Hi everyone. Today we are going to be doing Scroll and Scribble this is number 10. This is the 10th video. Scroll and Scribble is what you do when you don't know what to draw, but you want to draw something and there's tons of things out there on the internet just waiting for you to draw. And the more you draw, the more you practice, the better you get in the long run. So we're going to take the thinking part out of it. I've got over 400 pictures all in a list and we're going to scroll through them and I'm going to stop on a random picture and no matter what it is, we're gonna draw it out. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna fill up a full 2-page spread in my sketchbook. I'm gonna be using my Moleskine sketchbook and Caran Neocolor IIs and Stabilo Woodys because they are the peanut butter to each other's jelly. I'm gonna take you over to a different screen so we can scroll and see what we're gonna get. Okay, so we're at the top of the list and I'm gonna start right here and whatever lands there is what we will do. So I'm gonna scroll and stop. All right. I can't believe I got this one for like the first one because it's all like, welcome. I'm gonna put him right here. To start with, I wanna do his nose, I think. Start in the middle, work out. All right, so here's his nose. I think it's gonna be easier to do. Here's how his hat kind of comes up. And the leaf kind of comes over his nose. And then it kind of goes up like that. And it's not exact, but you know, this is definitely more about doing and less about being completely accurate. Whatever you need to work on. I'm just here to hopefully get you moving in the right direction, you know? I can definitely tell I need to loosen up a little bit because, you know, this is my first drawing for the day. I'm a bit tight in my sketch so far, but we will loosen up by the end for sure. Go ahead and do the little leaf stuff. Kind of make these a little bit darker. I think instead of doing the wooden arrow for the sign, I'm gonna do the welcome in the middle and then draw around it. Doing a rectangle is a lot easier than trying to do an arrow shape. So, and then I can kind of get a good placement going with that. See what I mean? Leave a little space for his hand, which I feel like I'm gonna make his hand probably bigger than that because that kind of looks like a baby doll hand. But I kind of want to give him fatter hands. All right, and the best way to do lettering is start in the middle. So we're gonna start with the C, end with the E. Go back and do the W over here. And it kind of crosses like that. E, and the L. Hopefully I can squeeze the M in here. Haha, the C's a bit big, but at least I fit all the letters on there. Now I can do the arrow and feel a little bit better about it. I kind of made it huge, didn't I? This part actually has like a part that kind of goes back like that. And the hand's gonna be right there. I can kind of make it look a little bit more like wood. All right, and then I can bring this part down. Let me put his little worm friend on here. Give him a little face. There we go. Oh, he's cute. Some kind of hair shadows for his beard. Maybe a little bit, just like that. Let me get his hand out of the way so that, and I don't think I'm gonna give him all 5 fingers. 3 fingers and a big old thumb right here, because I think that looks more gnome-like for whatever reason. There we go. Actually, I will give him a pinky. Give the guy a pinky. Because I covered this part up, I'm gonna put his fingers over here. Look, we're breaking all the rules today, okay? Do it however you see it. This is how I see it. A little bit of red on the tip of his nose and kind of blend it out with this. Aw, I love this. There's like a little like twiny thing holding his hat together. Here's a shoe bottom, and here's a shoe bottom. Here. Oh, I think this red is a little too close to the color of his boot. It looks like they made his shirt red too. I think I'm gonna change the color. So we'll go ahead and do blue shirt. Put a tiny bit peek in there. It's popping a little too blue. Maybe I need to work on his hat a little bit because the hat definitely needs some work. Okay, so there's like this part that comes down. I don't know why I did the underside a brighter color, but that's okay. This is kind of a dark, I don't know, this is a little bit bright of a color. I might go over it again with another color. Blend it in with this one so it's not as boom in your face. I don't know what happened here. What happened? I feel like this hat just lost all its mojo for some reason. Let me just add all of my greens. I'm gonna add all of my greens to this hat. Make it a little bit more shadowed up in here. It's a little bit doesn't make sense here, but that's okay. I'm totally not worried about that. A little bit more to this side. All right, there's number one. I love it. I love his hat. Now that I've gone over it with every green that I have, I like the hat a lot. And I really love this little worm guy. He definitely looks like a string of peas, but he's cute. Okay, now I'm like fully ready to do the rest of this page. So let's find out what we're gonna do next. All right, this time I'm gonna put my cursor here. And we're gonna scroll, and stop. Whoa, that is bright. Well, obviously, I think he needs to definitely be right down here. His head's kind of like that, and then it looks like he's got like a box nose. Do crabs have noses? I don't know. And then it kind of goes down. Eyeball pokes up this way and that way. Big claw here. Small claw here. A leg here. And there's another leg coming down that way behind that one. Behind. And his eyeballs. Alright, well, I officially love this crab. I always forget how fun crabs are to draw until I draw them, and then I'm like, wow, I want to draw crabs forever. They're just super fun. If you've never drawn a crab before, give it a shot because they're so shiny and colorful, and they're just really fun. Beautiful. Yep, I love it. Should we add some beach sand? Some beachy sand going on. Just a little bit. Maybe he's standing on the beach too. Yay, I'm so happy with this page already. I love this little blue crab. I wonder if he's really that blue, you know? I always say this about like fish or any kind of underwater stuff because it's almost like, how can they be this color, you know? Like there's no way he's that blue in real life, and he might be. I've never seen a crab that's that blue in real life, but I haven't really been a lot of places. So I love him. I love his little green eyes. And I love that he's sat right here next to this garden gnome and his little worm friend. Let's scroll again, see what we're gonna get. Because I think we can definitely fit maybe 2 more things in here, depending on what we get. All right, so now we're down here at the bottom and we're gonna scroll. Whatever lands there is what we will do. So let's stop right around now. Okay. I think I can work with that. Depending on where I put this really kind of makes this feel like a scene going on. If I put the sunflower field and like the house over here maybe, then it's almost like the gnome is telling him like go back to the beach. But if I put it on this side, welcome to my house over here where I've planted all of these sunflowers. I think it would make more sense if it was over here. So yeah, let's put it here. Let's do this part here. Kind of cuts in like that. And it's got long windows, really long windows. Then we got this part, and then the long part comes over. Comes up a little bit like that. Part comes all the way over. And I might just bring this all the way down. Lots of long, long windows. Tiny chimney. All right, before I do the sunflowers, I'm definitely gonna try to do what's in the far distance, because if I do the sunflowers, I might actually take it too high up. Mess up this line a little bit, make it look a little bit more like there's trees. Just kind of do like a jiggy-jagged line for the sunflowers. Some that are closer, and I'm not even looking at the reference anymore. I'm just kind of placing a few close ones, and then I'll kind of fill in the rest back here with just some scribbly marks. Probably add some green in here too, so kind of leave some white space. Put a couple center parts. For the close-up ones, I think I'm going to start in the middle. Do like a bunch of big middle parts, and then I'll go back and go around it, make it look a little bit more petally shaped, bigger as they come forward. I'll do this really big one right here. The middle of these sunflowers. From the picture, it kind of looks yellow, but I have done sunflowers before, and it's actually like a green color. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's green in the middle. And that's just because I've done in my one of my flower studies videos where I did a bunch of flowers from reference, and then I did them from memory. One of them was a sunflower, and that was like the main thing that I remembered from the sunflower is like the middle has like this weird spiral, and it also is green. So I'm definitely gonna put all the stems in, but doesn't that kind of look cool without the stems? Gotta be careful with this guy's eyeballs. So Sorry, I get kind of talking under my breath sometimes and I don't realize it until later when I'm editing the video, and then I'm like, can't even hear myself what I'm even saying. I'm gonna go back over this and kind of darken it up. But since I started with this green, I'm just gonna kind of keep going with it so that whenever I go over top, it will, you know, kind of all blend together. This will be, I guess, the deep shadows in here. And again, we'll just kind of mix all the greens. I'm super happy with this, but I want to add a little bit of sky. What do you think? I think I love it so much. This one might be my favorite, my new favorite. I feel like, I think I've said this before, every scroll and scribble ends up being my new favorite. And this one's definitely becoming my new favorite. I'm a little sad about his eyes getting lost, but I know they're there. You know, I know what they look like. So, and I think he really pops. I love it. I love how this created a lot of distance just by like one line and then another line and then another line. You start getting more and more detailed and big. It creates such a 3D effect. I'm really nervous about what I'm about to get to put over here because there's really no telling. So let's go see what we're gonna get. All right, last one. And I'm gonna start right here. And we're gonna scroll and keep scrolling and stop. Oh no. Man, I wish I got something different, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. How big do I want his head to be? Maybe we'll kind of use this space like his head. Here's his mouth is down here. Comes out a little bit, and then this part comes out a little bit. And we got his little head bump, and the two things that come out like that. What even are these? Are they horns with hair on them? Does anybody know that? Giraffes are dinosaurs. He's got some spots on his face. And they're kind of at an angle, so they're kind of like long. This looks weird. Okay. All right. I need to do his eyes so that it doesn't look like whatever. This almost looks like a frog diving off of something. I need a black. Where are my blacks? There's my blacks. Okay. All right, let's get his pretty eyeball. There, and then we'll make sure it's the same spot over here. I think that looks even more freaky. Nostril. Maybe I need to make his eye bigger. And I need like a really light tan color. Kind of curves around and it goes that way. Off the page, so we don't even have to worry about it. This eyelid here. So this is like taking the place of white, I guess. How are we feeling about it? I'm still unsure about it. I mean, it's not looking like a giraffe. I need like a red brown. What is this? English red. So here's his bump. All right, I think he's actually looking pretty cute right about now. I honestly didn't think this was gonna work out, but it looks like it's gonna work out. I'll try to get a lot of his neck in here if I can. I'll do that. All right. What do we think? He's kind of beautiful, isn't he? He's a beautiful, I almost called him a camel just now. Okay. He's a beautiful giraffe. I'm actually pretty proud of how that turned out. I was using, I don't know if you could tell, but I was using this color to really blend all of this together, soften all that up and blend it together, and I think it like made such a difference. I like it. Totally random, totally unexpected, especially that, but also that. I think these two, you could argue, are the only things that really go together, but it's definitely interesting. Not at all a boring page. Kind of want to bring the field over, but I kind of don't want to bring the field over. I'm worried if I bring it over, the color of the sunflowers will blend into him too much, because I do want it to still look like, you know, 4 different things. This was a super fun one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along all the way to the end. Please let me know which one was your favorite. The crab surprised me the most. Was not expecting a bright blue crab, but I'm really glad that I got the crab because I think he was my favorite to draw. I also really liked drawing the little worm, and the giraffe's face was pretty fun. Thank you everyone who watched till the end of the video, and thank you everybody who left me a like. It really helps out my channel a lot. Also, a huge thanks to all my subscribers, whether you've been here from the start or if you just subscribed today. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.